The two top-ranked national men's soccer teams are facing off in New Jersey today. Reigning European champions Spain taking on the reigning world champion Argentina in what will no doubt be an epic conclusion to the largest ever FIFA World Cup tournament. Joining us now is James Sharman, soccer analyst and host of Footy Prime, the podcast. James, it's good to see you.
Likewise, yeah, it should be a great day.
It all comes down to this. We are on day 39, match 104. It's Spain, it's Argentina, it's Lamine Yamal, Lionel Messi. What can we expect and what will you be watching for?
Yeah, I mean, it really is almost the perfect match, right? I mean, listen, we had France against Spain in the semi-final, which was supposed to be the perfect match. Didn't really turn out that way with Spain just controlling that match. This one has so many intangibles. It has that romantic side with Lionel Messi. Can he win his second World Cup? Can his 39-year-old drag his team through what is, let's be honest, the best team in the world? Because Spain is the best team in the world at the moment, play the best football. They seem almost impenetrable, just one goal against so far in this tournament. They have the kid Lamine Yamal, who's been, quiet by his standards, coming off an injury for this World Cup. But will he get the torch from Leo Messi after this one? There's so many questions, so many nuances. It should be a compelling match, to say the very least.
Argentina's got this fierce attacking power, no doubt. But, James, I'm no expert, but it has felt like they have had to come in from behind in every knockout match, a series of most improbable wins. So what have you made of that? And what does that mean for them facing such a strong defensive side like Spain?
Yeah, they really shouldn't be here, right? Cape Verde, Egypt, Switzerland. You talk about England, of course, in the last match, how close they came behind in these games. 2-0 behind late against Egypt, for example. But they found a way, they dragged themselves through on the brilliance of Lionel Messi, which has been a little bit surprising. Listen, entering this World Cup, many people thought that they were a little bit old. They were the same team pretty much of 4 years ago. They were aging, and how good could Messi be, right? At 39 years of age. Well, despite that, he's found this elixir of youth from somewhere, and he's rediscovered almost his very best form from even 10 years ago to drag his team through and score these late goals. It is quite remarkable, really, what they're doing. Can they do it again? Is it going to be one match too many? If they do win today, it might be the greatest World Cup victory we've ever seen, because quite honestly, that they could have given up and shut up shop and lost in any of those games, but they refused to. They have this resolve and this resilience that very few teams have ever had.
The superstars you mentioned, we have to talk about them. 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, who 19 years ago was given a bubble bath by one Lionel Messi, who was about the same age then that Yamal is now. You can't make this stuff up. And, obviously the internet has had a field day with it. What will you be watching from these two? And is there anyone else you're keeping your eye on?
Yeah, it's amazing, right? I mean, that picture, who'd have guessed all those years ago that here we are, 19 years later, and we're seeing this match. And by the way, it's not AI, it's not Photoshop. It is true. It did actually happen, believe it or not. And some foreshadowing there is ridiculous. A young, shy Leo Messi, bathing Lamine Yamal. This kid's going to be the next superstar of world football, if not already. It's funny, 4 years ago, we thought the torch was being passed from Messi to Mbappe in France. And here we are 4 years later, and it's still Messi with that torch. Well, this might be the official torch passing over to this kid because, like I said, he's just turned 19. He's had a good World Cup. He hasn't played badly by any stretch, but he is coming off a hamstring injury. But he's going to take the world by storm moving forward. And a Spain team that is so strong in every capacity, he is the dynamic force and can do so much. As far as, what Messi will be faced against, it's very different with Spain because Spain have, like I said, a variety of strong players in every position. In particular, Rodri in midfield. He is so strong. He dictates the tempo of the game. He's been the most important player for Spain throughout this entire tournament, more so than Yamal, quite frankly. So that's a player to watch. As for Argentina, if it's not going to be Leo Messi, Julian Alvarez is probably the one to watch, because if Messi gets all the attention, that affords more space on the other side for Julian Alvarez. Again, it's a team with many threats, but this player could be a game breaker. He's done it before, scored an amazing goal last match, of course. So he's one to watch for sure.
Yeah, it's been beautiful to see. Do you have any predictions for the Ballon d'Or? Because we haven't yet spoken about yesterday's incredible 10-goal match, England winning third place over France, and in the process, Mbappe breaking the all-time record, scoring his 10th goal this tournament, 22nd overall. Were you expecting England to come away with the bronze? And where does this leave things then in terms of the Golden Boot?
I never know what to expect, honestly, from third place games, right? They're so hard to predict, but that was incredible. 6-4. And for Mbappe to get more records, listen, he hasn't had a great season by any stretch, Mbappe, certainly at Real Madrid. So I don't think he'll be in contention for it. Let's be honest, if Messi wins the final, he's going to get the Ballon d'Or one last time, just for nostalgia, right? He's had a fantastic season, but is at Inter Miami in Major League Soccer, which hasn't got the same credit as perhaps, a La Liga or an English Premier League, for example. But if he does what he's done at this World Cup, one of the great World Cup performances, no matter what happens today, I think they'll give it to him, no matter what, and he'll deserve it. Even quite frankly, if he loses today, but he puts in a strong performance, 8 goals at the World Cup, the assists, the dominant performances. I can see the Ballon d'Or once again going to Leo Messi one last time. Thanks to the memories, Leo. Now it's time to pass that torch on, maybe to Lamar for next season.
All right, James, before we let you go, is there anything else you'll be watching? The air quality has improved a bit. That was a concern. Good news on that front. And we'll have the first halftime show with our own Justin Bieber, one of the performers.
Yeah.
Do you see this setting a precedent or changing the tone of this final in any meaningful way?
I'd say, with hydration breaks and now this extended 30-minute halftime show, there could be a lot of soft muscle injuries from these players standing around too much. I want to whine and complain about the halftime show. I don't like it. I'm a curmudgeon, I guess, at this point. Just let me see the football. But it's what you do now, right? In big events, they want to copy the Super Bowl in many facets. And this will be a thing moving forward at big tournaments, be it European Championships, be it Champions Leagues, be it Copa Americas, and of course, be it World Cups. Expect the halftime show. It's going nowhere. Hopefully, this will be the last time we see hydration breaks, but I doubt it. They say the air quality should be okay in New York today compared to what it was yesterday. I expect to see a compelling match, a pretty close match, but in the end, I think Spain will probably take it.
All right, Spain will take it. A strong prediction there, James, but we leave it there for now. Fans are writing about the hydration breaks and the momentum changing. We will have to wait another 4 years to see if that continues. But that is soccer analyst James Sharman, host of Footy Prime, the podcast.